Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Chatham-Kent Athletics Complex. Gary Patterson with TV Kojiko as we get ready for Chatham-Kent Cougars Ontario Football Conference action. The junior varsity Cougars undefeated taking on North Halton Crimson Tide as player introductions have started for the Crimson Tide. And we're also going to have a national anthem. So a beautiful night here for football, nice and cool here, a nice June night at the Chatham-Kent Athletics Complex.
And now let's meet the Chatham-Kent Cougars junior varsity team. Number 2, Jonathan Cartier. Number 3, Alexander Van Kestern. Number 4, Ben Bernard. 8, Patrick Wilcox. 9, Evan Torres. 10, Ethan Jordan. Number 11, Bennett Schaefer. Number 14, Eric Olsnick. Number 17, Connor Wright. Number 19, Trent Namero. 21, Sebastian Stubberfield. 22, Quentin Emmerich. 23, Nicole Muscott. 24, Darian Bassig-Haddon. Number 25, Dave Janssens. 27, Chris Hahn. Number 30, Lucas Doyle. 31, Peyton Morrison. 32, Ethan Kupka. Number 33, Ethan Joseph. 34, Garrett Stonefish. Number 40, Julian Farrell. 41, Evan Clark. 44, Joshua Chauvin. 51, Cam Creechin. 52, Tanner Horlbeck. Number 53, Joshua Ziver. Number 55, Tyler Creechin. 56, Gavin Clowater. Number 64, Sean Guy. 65, Seth Bowers. Number 67, Jacob Alderdice. Number 70, Hayden Atkinson. 71, Eric Klustra. 75, Xavier Hopkins. 77, Riley O'Rourke. Number 80, Kyle Carrier. 82, Zach Brown. 83, Jordan Bushy. 84, Darwin Mitchell. Number 90, Dre Ronda. Number 91, Alex Sullo. Number 91, Micaiah Buchanan. Number 92, Elijah Martin. 93, Jake Deneau. And number 95, Colin Bond. Head coach, Cesar Torres. With assistant coach, Sel Jordan, Jake Lonstoff, Kelton Evans, Alex Sullo, Mike Newman.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, national anthem with Kayla Norton, Chatham-Kent Secondary School student.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all our sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Again, a great job by Kayla Norton, the national anthem, as you get ready to go for tonight's junior varsity matchup. Of course, the Chatham-Kent Cougars taking on the North Halton Crimson Tide. And what a matchup we've got here tonight. You know, the Cougars have been rolling along undefeated. They tied on the other side. They have yet to pick up their first win. Tough season for the Crimson Tide. Of course, Chatham-Kent Cougars know all about that. They've had some tough seasons through the years for different teams. And the Tide, they know what they're going up against. And kudos to them for getting up here and making sure that they put a team on the field here tonight against the Chatham-Kent Cougars, knowing that the odds are stacked against them. But these are the nights that you never know what could happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to roll with tonight's opening kickoff between the Chatham-Kent Cougars and the North Halton Crimson Tide. Matchup we've got here tonight, of course, some of the amazing players that we've got here for the Cougars. It's just been quite a knockout season so far, as the Cougars have been very strong on both sides of the football. It's been one of those seasons where weaknesses are few and far between, and touch wood out there, cross your fingers that the injury bug has not hit the Chatham-Kent Cougars as we line up for the opening kickoff against the Cougars, against the North Halton Crimson Tide. Of course, tonight's homecoming night here at Chatham-Kent Athletics Complex. And you know what? That's going to mean some former players are going to be roaming around. It's going to be a great night here at the complex, as the Cougars will be back to receive Patrick Wilcox. He is back to receive the kick for the Chatham-Kent Cougars. Setting off to kick off for the Tide, James Ferris. Ferris' last few stretches to get ready to go. Wilcox is deep, as well as Sebastian Stubberfield. Stubberfield's been tremendous on the returns. Check that. Slips through Wilcox's hand. He picks it up and makes a juke, cuts up field, and breaks a couple of tackles. And he's still on the move, and finally hauled down about the 30-yard line, almost near the 30-yard line, about the 25-yard line. Check that out there. That was Nakoma Scott, who was out there to receive as well, number 23 for the Cougars. As now the Cougars are first set it down. Jonathan Cartier from Wallaceburg is the quarterback. And, of course, Cartier's had a great season. 2 weeks ago, ran for 186 yards. Threw for 186 yards, that is. But he's a threat on all fronts. He can run and he can throw. So the North Halton Crimson Tide will have their hands full with Cartier. As I set out. Comes back, Cartier just hands it off, and getting tied up on the play quickly is Nakoma Scott.
Nakoma Scott on the carry.
Scott with no gain on that, a short gain, maybe of 1 yard, that is.
Couples going to bring up second down and 12 at the Cougars 27.
She's taken for a loss on that, as you see on the replay. It's back. Cougars line up, and the Cougars have had a great spread it all out. They can pass, they can throw, they can run. Can do it all. Cartier, empty backfield. He rolls out, rolls right. Cartier now elects to run with it, and he can do that well. He's got some good legs. Cuts it up, and he just gets hacked down just after a first down. And he's probably about the 43-yard line, and he's dragged out by his shoulder. Making the tackle on that one was number 51, Subomi Akin Abrams. As they set up for the first down about the 43-yard line. James Clark out there with the officials tonight. As Cougars have their play in, they set up. Of course, the Cougars looking for a good deep run this year, playing some great football, and again, all aspects of the game have been firing. Set back, Cartier pulls it, tosses it out to flats. Receiver breaks the tackle, taken down on the far side.
Pass is complete in the flats.
Making the catch on that one was number 19, Trent Namaro. So again, they set up. We got about a gain of about 3.5 yards there, and they set up at their just shy of the 45-yard line. 2nd and 7. Cartier has been absolutely tremendous this year. Pine student, goes to UCC, and as well out of Wallaceburg. Set up. Cartier pulls back, pitches off, and on the move quickly is Scott. Nakoma Scott gets a first down and a little bit more just past 50-yard line of Halton. A great run by Scott. He just ran straight, slant to the sidelines, picked up that first down. So it's 1st and 10 as they line up. Cartier all set to go.
Chatham-Kent is now in the North Halton end of the field at about the 47-yard line.
As the play is set, ready to go. Weather, beautiful night here tonight, nice and cool, not too hot out there for the players all geared up. And once again, Cartier set, takes the snap, fakes a handoff, rolls right, has a look to pass, chucks it out, and hauling that one in is number 34 for the Cougars, Garrett Stonefish. And Stonefish is pulled down. What a great play by Stonefish. And what a great play by Stonefish is hauling him down. That was number 7 for Halton, Wayne Rogers. And Rogers, nice tackle, but Garrett Stonefish has been quite a story. He has pretty much done everything the Cougars have asked him, as it's first down to the 31-yard line. D. Merkus, thank you very much. Dropping off some water here. Get pretty dry up here in the old tin booth. And they're set. Full handed off, and on the move quickly is Ethan Kupka. Kupka with a short gain, probably about 4 yards, 3 yards. That moves it down to about the 23-yard line of Halton. 10:44 rolls over on the clock, and the Cougars marching down. Played some good football against this depleted Halton staff. The Crimson Tide, though, ready to stand up to anything. Small but mighty. These guys have some fight and have to really give it to them for 22 guys on the field. As taking it is Cartier. Cartier hangs on to it and gains it. Knocked out of hands, fumbled, but it's picked up and hauled down right near the line of scrimmage back once again, as was number 32, Ethan Kupka. As Cartier had lost it as he was stretching for the extra, and Kupka picked up the loose ball and it turned up, but it'll go back to third down and right near the original line of scrimmage, about 3rd and 6. As they're going to go for it here. Play is called in. Cartier lets his team know what they're going with as they come to the line. Again, this Cougars team, as we mentioned, has been just ripping it up. All cylinders. Cartier sets back, takes a snap, back to throw. Now he rolls right. He's being chased, still hangs on to it. He's going to run for a first down. And Cartier heads for the end zone. He's pulled in and gets in. Touchdown, Cougars! To Jonathan Cartier as he held on to that ball. He looked for his receivers. Nobody was open. Great coverage by the Crimson Tide, and he just elected to go with it. In hot pursuit of them was number 51, Sabomi Akeem Abrams, but to no avail as Cartier made it happen. So in for the extra point. As they set up, kicker for the Cougars, 51, Cam Creechin. And Creechin set. As here comes the extra point attempt by Creechin. And penalty flag on the play is moving quickly on it was number 55 for the Cougars, Tyler Creechin. And Tyler Creechin called offside on that play. So, calling a false start.
Procedure call does go against Chatham-Kent Cougars. That penalty will be applied on the kickoff.
They set back. Creechin set to go. That penalty applied on the kickoff. Creechin once again. Cam Creechin set to make the kick. Pulls it back. Creechin, easy boot right through, snaps it up. And it's 7-0. The Cougars quickly lead the North Halton Crimson Tide, of course. The Tide, as we mentioned, have 22 players on the roster tonight on the big bus ride down from Halton. So going to be a tired bunch of boys on the way home tonight. But kudos to them for making the trip here on a great night here, homecoming night here for the Chatham-Kent Cougars. Lots of former players will be here. Lots of former players in the crowd. A big night. Lots of tickets sold. People are still filing in here in the first quarter. And the Chatham-Kent Athletic Complex will have an almost full house tonight. As you see the North Halton boys setting up, getting ready to go. Penalty applied on the kickoff, and Creechin once again to do his job for the kick.
John!
As he sets ready to go.
Oh, no, sorry.
Creechin set. He's got a good boot on him, this kid does. And here he comes. Reaching on the move, and light kick. Hauling it in is number 51, Abrams. Abrams makes a move, and he dropped it at first. a split second to pick it up, cost him some time, and he's pretty much mauled right where he was at the 37-yard line of North Halton. So North Halton ready to go. As they come back onto the field, the offense, a lot of the kids from North Halton playing both ways. As they set up, Cougars defense has been absolutely tremendous. This team has been. The linebacking core has been stupendous, and they lots of blitzing by this Cougars team. Not sure if you see much blitzing tonight, but Cougars definitely set back, hand it off, and fumble, and loose ball, and coming up with it was number 54. That's Jaden Griffiths, and Griffiths is hauled down for a loss.
Jaden Griffiths picked up that loose ball for North Halton.
That was Griffiths, and making the tackle on that play was number 52, Tanner Horlbeck. So North Halton, second down, and about 20 yards, 21 yards. The Crimson Tide set, ready to go. One wide out to the left, one wide out way to the right. Twin backs. Pulled it out, cut through the middle. Nice pass and nice catch. Hauling it in, a great job by number 88, Akeem Miller, to make that. And great play by the North Halton receiver, Miller, to haul it in, and that brings it to third down and about 6 yards, the 41-yard line. Good job by North Halton, but Evan Torres makes that stop now once again. Halton set. The Tide trying to roll, looking for a first down here. Handed off, and Abrams gets pushed back the other way, and he is hauled down in the backfield. James Ferris is the quarterback. He handed off right into the gut. And 54, Jaden Griffiths, just was mauled. They saw him coming, and they rolled him the other way, and he couldn't get away. Just too many green jerseys around. So the Cougars take over on possession. About the 37-yard line of North Halton. 7:35 left in the first quarter here. Chatham-Kent Cougars taking on the North Halton Crimson Tide. And again, speaking with Cesar Torres, head coach, he couldn't compliment his team enough as how hard they work and how hard they practice to be a good football team. But they're a great team, not just in that, but in spirit as well. As Cartier rolls out right again, looks to pass, and he gets nailed just as he releases the pass, incomplete pass. And Michael LeDuc with a came right on his blind side, and Cartier didn't even see him coming as he stepped up and threw and just got tackled. And that pass was meant for number 10, Ethan Jordan, and wasn't in the vicinity. As they line up at about the 37-yard line of North Halton. Again, talking to Torres, Cesar Torres, prior to the game, just complimented that his team is ready to do anything and willing to help out in whatever way they can. Community team, and the team has taken just so much. As now timeout has been taken by the Chatham-Kent Cougars, and Cartier grabbing his helmet. Not sure if he's got some issues or not. As he comes back, lost his mouth guard, maybe, and he's got a fresh one. So Cartier's ready to go now. He's got his play. Sel Jordan came out. So an assistant coach here of the JV team. Saw Carol Simpson in the crowd tonight. Coach Bill Simpson, coached the senior team last year, and of course passed away recently after a long bout with cancer. He battled hard and really gave a lot of life lessons to a lot of these Cougar kids. Pitched off, and on the move quickly is Darian Bassick Haddon, and he was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. And great pursuit
For North Halton on the stop.
by North Halton. It was number 2, Aaron Hauk. Hauk rallied from the backfield and made a great tackle.
Kent is now facing the third down at the North Halton 39-yard line.
3rd and 13 here at North Halton's 39-yard line. Cartier, he's got lots in his bag of tricks. Again, Cesar Torres, the head coach, couldn't say enough good things about Cartier and what he's done with his team. He's been a leader, definitely on the field, and the guys respect him for what he does and his ability as a quarterback. As they set back, then a punting formation, Creechin calls it out. As Creechin was on the field, and the Cougars take a timeout.
Chatham-Kent Cougars timeout on the field.
A little confusion as to what the game plan was, whether they're going to go for it or whether they're going to punt. As they line up and back they come out. The Cougars ready to roll. Somebody was not in proper position. As we get ready to go, as we mentioned, homecoming night tonight, talked about having Carol Simpson in attendance, coming to watch this Cougar team. First time she's been in town in attendance since Bill had passed away, and definitely a guy that a heck of a lifeblood of the Cougars football teams that he coached. Again, with his battle-taught life lessons, how do they go? Now we're ready to go again. Creechin is back, ready to kick. Creechin is set. He's going to punt. And Creechin takes the ball. Nice deep punt. Little juggle. And Hauk is rallied, and that little fumble cost him some time as the Cougars pin Halton deep in their end at about the 12-yard line, 10-yard line. And a little slow to get up is Hauk. That's one thing that they don't want to see is any injuries with this North Halton team. They're slight on players to begin with. Hauk gets up, though. Shakes it off. Another tough customer for North Halton. 6:18 left in this first quarter. 7-0. The Chatham-Kent Cougars lead as North Halton will try to roll to the end zone as they start deep in their own. Under center, number 18, James Ferris, the quarterback for North Halton. Ferris set. Takes the snap and rolls right. Has a look. He's going to hang on to this football, and he's going to try and run as far as he can go. And just got back to the line of scrimmage before he's knocked out of bounds. Ran a lot east to west, not much north to south. Didn't get much blocking on the far side. He was pretty much a naked bootleg out there. Is the only blocker available is Akeem Miller. And Miller trying to run a route. They actually did call him for a loss of 1. So it's 2nd and 11 here in North Halton on their 11-yard line. Ferris is set. Cougars defense stifling again this year. As mentioned, lots of blitzes going on. Look for one here. And they hit up a small gain by number 54 for North Halton, Jaden Griffiths. If he did gain, or maybe right just to the line of scrimmage again. Again, that defense right there. 2 or 3 Cougars all over him.
Stacked up in the middle by the defensive line.
3rd and 11 on the 11-yard line.
1 yard, clearing up a 3rd down and a long 10 for North Halton.
So Halton bring out their kicking crew. Set to go with 4:48 left in the first quarter. 7-0. The score. Chatham-Kent Cougars leading the North Halton Crimson Tide. And Cougars undefeated so far in this season. Playing some great football. Cesar Torres has them ticking on all cylinders. And the kick by Ferris. Short kick to about the 20-yard line.
Number 18 with the kick.
It's going to be spotted around the 20 24, 25-yard line. So now North Halton, they're going to defend on a short field here as the Cougars set up. Cartier has the play. He's relaying it to his mates. Torres has a plethora of weapons. Bernard Wilcox of the wideout. Schaefer, Bennett Schaefer. Olenek, been some of the receivers. Amaro. Stubberfield has been Scott as they're back. Cartier pulls back, waits, fakes the throw. He hangs on to it, and he's hauled down right in the middle. On top of him was number 51, Abrams. And slow getting up once again is number 2, Aaron Hauk, who was spearheaded. Great penetration by Hauk to get through there and tie him up to get some help from Abrams. So a gain of just 1 yard there for Cartier as he sets down. 7-0 the Cougars lead. The first drive was successful. They went coast to coast to pick up their only touchdown. Gary Patterson here, partnerless tonight, as flying solo for TV Kojiko. And Cartier's back, and he had lots of people after him. Gets the pass off. Quickly on the move is Scott. Nakoma Scott is hauled down. And first down, takes it down about the 10-yard line. And Cartier had to get rid of that as he had lots of Crimson Tide after him. Leading the rush was Sabomi Abrams for the Tide, but Cartier, quick thinking, got the ball away to Scott, and Scott jiggy-jogged down to about the 10-yard line for a first down. So it's 1st and 10 at the 10 for the Chatham-Kent Cougars, with 2:46 left in the opening quarter. Cartier set. Scott in the backfield. Sets back, waits, fires it across to the left flank. And getting hauled down on that one was number 31, Peyton Morrison. Peyton Morrison, what a great story he is. Morrison hasn't played football before this season. This is his first year playing football, and he's done a bang-up job for the Cougars as well. Zach Brown, another one of the Cougars, hasn't played Cougar football. First trip playing Cougar football. And Brown has been a great receiver for the Chatham-Kent Cougars. So coming in, they come in with a call. Got a player down for the Cougars. Injured player, taking his time. At number 50 for the Cougars. We don't have a name on the roster for number 50. As he slowly limps off the field. So here we go. 2nd and 7. Second and 7. Cartier has the troops lined up. Here we go. Time's ticking. 2 minutes. Set back, Cartier rolls right. Hot pursuit is number 42. Cartier throws it incomplete as Owen Barlow was after him. And Nakoma Scott was in the end zone, but Scott couldn't haul it in. As again, under pressure was Cartier. So the Cougars going to take the points. Looking at 3 points. Creechin going to come out and attempt a field goal here. As this Halton defense has been pretty sharp. And ViroClean Car and Dog Wash sponsor Chatham-Kent Cougars. Dee Merkus, of course, she does so much for this Cougars organization as manager. Creechin set as lines up his field goal. Holder will be number 9, Evan Torres. They set. And they're hoping for a block. They're looking to get through. Here comes Creechin. Set. They're down. And Creechin puts it up. And it's good. 3 points. Creechin nails that one. Cougars now lead 10-0 with 1:10 left in the first quarter. Here in this beautiful June night, Cougars leading against the North Halton Crimson Tide. As they'll line up now. North Halton gets a shot to get on the board here before this first quarter ends. Cougars North Halton has been absolutely tremendous in penetrating the O-line of the Cougars tonight. They're giving Cartier fits back there. And a feisty 22-man squad here for North Halton, but they're doing a great job holding the Cougars down to 10 points in this first quarter.
Halton now begins this drive at their own 35-yard line.
As we get ready to go, James Ferris, quarterback for North Halton, gets set to lead his troops, trying to hook up a TD before the quarter's done. Get some points on the board. Keep within striking distance. Ferris down under center. For basic offense. For North Halton, rolls back, sets in the pocket, fires it out, and knocked down by Torres. Penalty flag on the play.
Pass is intended for Akeem Miller. There is a flag down.
88. Akeem Miller was the intended receiver. Torres got up and knocked it away. Flag thrown by James Clark, and we'll see what happened. As the officials talk about it. Floyd Fenema, that is referee. As they chat about our Cougars cheerleaders, the cheer squad as well. See what the penalty was against the Chatham-Kent Cougars. Floyd Fenema comes over. It's a major foul. 15-yard penalty. Didn't see where that happened.
Major foul call does go against the Chatham-Kent Cougars. That'll move the ball 15 yards on the penalty. North Halton now has the ball first down at their own 50.
They call hands to the face. As they go. Again, Ferris first and 10 as they set up. Ferris pitches off out of the backfield. Number 25 for Halton. David Makiwara, undersized, was hauled in quickly by the Cougars. Loss of about 4 yards on that play. Great defense this Chatham-Kent Cougars team has. Stop on that one. Evan Clark got in there, dug it out. And again, this Cougars team, stifling defense. As Ferris is set. Last play of the first quarter. Ferris pulls back once again. And getting thrown down hard was number 25, Makiwara.
Makiwara again was with the carry. Connor Wright for the Cougars on the stop.
Connor Wright was the man to make the stop there.
On that run play.
Calling it the chains, a little bit of a measure here at the end of the first quarter. Third down.
No scores.
As they set things up, they switch it around. So it'll be third down. Third down. And about 14 for North Halton. Ferris has a look. As Cougars lead 10-0 after the first quarter. North Halton has been pretty feisty. Some great penetration they've had against Cougars O-line. And CK's defense has been absolutely tremendous as well. Stifling North Halton. As they set in, the punt. Again, making the punt will be Ferris, quarterback. Good punt by Ferris. Back to grab it. Pulling it up, having a little issues with that one, was Wilcox. Wilcox got it, makes a juke. Heads to the near sideline, and then he's pulled down by Hauk. And now we've got some... Now we've got a flag on the far side as a little skirmish between Patrick Levins and number 22, Quentin Emmerich. A little scuffle, so we're going to see what entails with all of this. With North Halton, again, a feisty team here. They didn't come here to lose a football game. They didn't, just because they have 22 guys, they didn't want to call the score, and they're here to play some football. And we'll see what the calls are on this one. Couple of flags down on the play. One on each side. James Clark talking with number 2, Aaron Hauk as well. Regardless, it'll be a first down. We'll just see where it's from with 14:35 left in the second quarter. 10-0, the Chatham-Kent Cougars lead. And they call offsetting penalties on that. So it's first down, Cougars.
Retain the football. First down for them at their own 30-yard line.
Set to go at their 30-yard line. And once again, Cartier in the backfield. Hands it off. And quickly rushing through. Number 24, Darian Bassick-Hedden. Bassick-Hedden. He's just a power runner, and he just puts his head down, mashes through people. Gain of about 8 there. And big stop there as Hauk was in there again to make that stop. He was tied up by number 55, Leduc, but Hauk made the deciding hit after the gain of 8. So once again, here we go. Cartier set. Bassick-Hedden in the backfield again. Cartier set back. Up to throw. Lofts it up in the air. And incomplete on the play. Bennett Schaefer is the intended receiver. Flag is down on the play. I think I'm going to call it offensive pass interference, probably. Looks like that'll be the call. This is their set. So 15 yards. So it is pass interference against number 11, Cole Maddox of the
15-yard pass interference penalty does go against North Halton
Crimson Tide. So here we go again. That'll be a first down for the Cougars.
Ball is just shy of the 51-yard line.
As they get ready to go. First and 10 at the just over the 50-yard line of the Chatham-Kent Cougars. Cartier's back, set. Hands it off once again. Bassick-Hedden puts his head down. First down, Cougars, as he rolls through. Gain of about 11 yards on that carry. Bassick-Hedden, a beast out there for the Chatham-Kent Cougars. Great job by the O-line to make him a hole, and he went right through it and just rumbled down. So first and 10 for the Cougars with 13-10 left in the second quarter. Cougars looking to put an exclamation mark here. Go up a little bit more here in this second quarter. They're set. Cartier calls the play. Cartier is set. Rolls with it. Goes left. Hangs onto the football. Cartier is going to hang on to it. Gets to the corner. Turns upfield and run out of bounds. Again, after gaining a first down. Gain of about another 12 yards for Cartier. So it'll take it down to about the 26-yard line of North Halton. 27-yard line of North Halton.
27-yard line, first down Cougars.
Chatham-Kent Cougars set. They're down. Cartier looking. 1st and 10. Hands it off to Bassick-Hedden, and he just rumbles up. It blows through 3 tackles and finally stumbles to the ground, and he's jumped on by Cole Maddox, but Bassick-Hedden is, again, a powerhouse as he just digs and blows through. He had 3 attackers on him, bounces off him, and keeps those legs pumping to gain another 2 to 3 yards. So on the 11-yard line, just shy of the 11-yard line of North Halton, the Cougars knocking at the door. Got a fairly large O-line here for the North Halton squad. But Bassick-Hedden, a force to be reckoned with, just a straight power back. Fake, throws up through. Great catch! Touchdown Cougars! As that to Ethan Joseph as Cartier zipped it in there. Joseph, great hands catch, and he hauled it in. And a beautiful catch just over the shoulder, and it goes touchdown for the Cougars. So they're now up 16-0. Creechin will come out and try and make it 17 with the extra point. Cougars set. Ethan Torres will hold. Pulls back. Creechin blows that one through. And it's now 17-0 with 11:32 left in this first half. North Halton looking to get on the board any time here. Creechin puts it up on the tee. He'll have a crosswind now to deal with here. Griffiths, running back. Hauk does it all for the Crimson Tide. Offensive, defensive player. And tried a little spook off onside kick, trying it, but didn't happen. Recovering was number 13, Aaron Pepper, for the Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide having it on the 48-yard line.
So now the Crimson Tide, decent field position for what they've had all night. And quarterback James Ferris comes out. See if we can get a different look from Ferris this time. They've been stymied so far. Only completion of the night was to 88 of Keen Miller. There's a near wide out. Number 20, Carson Patton. As they set up. 2 backs. Hands it off. And rumbling and getting a good gain of about 6 yards on that play for North Halton. Quickness. That was number 13 on that one, Aaron Pepper. Pepper gets hauled in. And a group of players for the Cougars all over him. Give him credit to Tanner Horlbeck on that stop. Number 52 for the Cougars. So here they go. Looking for a first down. Set. 2 in the backfield. Slot back starts. Again, hands it off. And getting stymied is number 25, David Makiwara.
Number 25 on the carry.
Taken for a loss. That brings it back to about So it's third and 7, 8 yards now for the Crimson Tide.
Loss of about 3 on the play to bring up a third down and a long 6 for the Crimson
Try to sneak that through, but that huge linebacking core. D-line for the Cougars. Stopped Makiwara. Again, undersized back. Got the wheels. But against these big boys, once he gets grabbed, he's done. So, Fair set to kick it away. It'll be punt. Flag is down. High kick. It's hauled in, and pulling it in was number 30 for the Cougars, Lucas Doyle. And we'll see what the flag's about in a second.
On the stop. However, there was a flag down about the 45-yard line.
Halton, too many men, the call. Declined by Chatham.
Halton is called for too many men on the field.
So an illegal substitution against North Halton. And Chatham was declined the penalty. So here come the Cougars. Once again, Cartier gets his men in motion. Pitches off to Nakoma Scott. Scott cuts through, make past one man, breaks the tackle, and almost to a first down. He might have it. It's very, very close here, near the 50-yard line of the Cougars. Gain of 9 on that play. Making the stop on that was number 11, Cole Maddox for the Crimson Tide. Once again, the Cougars are trying to penetrate into Crimson Tide territory. 9:19 left in the second quarter as they get ready to go. Cartier sends his men in motion, hands off, and right up the gut on the move quickly was number 22 on that. It was number 32, Ethan Kupka. Kupka gains a first down and more as he takes it to the just inside the 50-yard line of North Halton. Kupka weaved in and out, and great gain. Rolling hard for the Cougars. That's great rotation by North Halton, trying to keep the guys as fresh as they can to stay in this one. And is back. Cartier, again, great penetration. Pass is made, and on the move quickly. That was to number 34 for the Cougars, Garrett Stonefish. And Stonefish pulled that one in. A couple guys in on the tackle there. Number 58, Matthew Meneses, and number 42, Owen Barlow. As now, Cougars 2nd and 10. Looking to make something happen. Again, great penetration by North Halton, getting through that O-line. And great pursuit against Cartier. Second down. Check out the first down, after that first down, that is. Hands it off, cutting up the middle. And hauled in was number 4, Ben Bernard, after a gain of probably 6 yards.
Bernard on the carry.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 4 with 7:22 left. They share the wealth here. Chatham-Kent Cougars, all the players are interchangeable. They can all do it. As they set down, it's back. Cartier keeps it, cuts upfield, and it's pulled down by number 58, Matthew Meneses, but after a first down, and right down to the 9-yard line of the North Halton squad. And that just shows Cartier can do anything. He passes, runs, great eyes. Big plus for the Chatham-Kent Cougars team here, the JV team. So the Cougars knocking at the door here again with 6:22 left. That's Cartier. Twin backs. Sets up. Hands it off. And on the play is Kupka. Kupka drops the ball, fumbles, and we'll see who picked it up. And North Halton recovers. The recovery goes number 58, Matthew Meneses. And now some flags down and some pushing and shoving going on the sidelines.
You have multiple flags on the far side after that turnover. I do believe number 58, Matthew Meneses, did recover that loose ball.
Yeah, lots of pushing and shoving after that, so the referees will sort out the penalties here. Again, high-intensity game here. Cougars undefeated, but North Halton hasn't won yet, but they still got a lot of pride going into this game. And North Halton, very, very tough competitors here. The official still trying to figure out what's going on. They're set. 5:59 left in the half. 17-0. The Cougars leading. As we get penalties sorted out, referee Floyd Fenema making the calls. Floyd Fenema makes the calls. So, number 32, Ethan Kupka gets unnecessary roughness, objectionable conduct, 25 yards. So the North Halton really take advantage of that. Major penalties. So North Halton will take the ball at about the 30-yard line. So they are set to go. So 1 minute the Cougars are knocking at the door to go up to 24-0, and now North Halton coming back the other way, still 17-0, the score for the Cougars. As they're set now, Patrick Ferris is set. Ferris the quarterback. Man in motion. Number 88, Miller. Pitches off, a little trickery here, and still nothing to be had. Great defense as they stand him up right at the line.
Number 7 on the carry.
Number 7, Wayne Rogers, grabbed the ball, but he wasn't going anywhere. That line and blitzing defense, the linebackers coming in solid for the Cougars. They are giving him a 1-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 9. And once again, Ferris sets up, has a look. Pulls back, hands off, and a gain of probably about another yard, maybe 1.5 on that play. Running that play was number 13, I believe, Aaron Pepper. Gain of a little bit as they set ready to go. Looks like they're going to kick here. North Halton.
Number 13, Aaron Pepper on the carry, gain of about 8 yards.
Setting up is Ferris to kick. 3rd and 7. Cougars have been dominating defensively. And here's the kick. Here's the punt. Another good high one. Hauling it in is number 8, Wilcox. Wilcox cuts to the far side of this, gets a good block. Another good block. Wilcox turns upfield, finally tackled at the North Halton bench. Near the 40-yard line of North Halton. About the 45-yard line, I'll say. And on that tackle, number 58, Matthew Meneses. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. 4:24 left in the half. Homecoming night here tonight at Chatham-Kent Athletic Complex. Lots of former players here. And nice to see lots of former players who are on the coaching staff. Sel Jordan and Cesar Torres couldn't say enough about the kids who are helping coach. Guys like Kelton Evans, Alex Sulo. Just make such a huge impact on this team. Cheyenne Batten as well. And just amazing to see these kids come back and help out the JV team. So as they're set, Cartier pulls back, set to throw this time. Cox fires up. It's a little bit short, almost intercepted. Great breakup by number 25, David Makiwara. Makiwara had it in his hands and just couldn't pull it in. A little underthrown by Cartier. Makiwara is a little upset at himself. The intended receiver on that was Julian Farrell. As Cougars once again ready to go, 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line. Check the 43-yard line for North Halton as they get ready to go. Cartier digs into his bag of tricks. He's got great legs. Back to throw. Tucks the ball. He's looking to throw, and now he's got to tuck it. He's being chased and blocks the tackle, fumble. And we will see who grabbed onto it. Chatham-Kent.
Come up here, it looks like Jonathan Cartier is able to fall on that loose football.
Cougars recover. They'll bring up 3rd down and 6. 3rd and 7.
Chatham-Kent is facing the 3rd down and about 7 at the North Halton 40-yard line.
3 minutes left in the quarter. Second quarter, halftime, looming of the Cougars. Creechin set to punt. Cam Creechin. Dominant kicker for the Cougars. Special teams very important for the Cougars. Creechin. Set off the side of his foot. Hauk is back to receive. Lets it go. Rather than touch it, Hauk picks it up. And they're calling for a no yards on that. So that could be a no yards penalty.
Cam Creechin with the punt for the Cougars.
With 2:25 left in the half, 52 will be Tanner Horbeck. Was the first man to touch him, so then on the no yards call. That'll give North Halton a little bit more breathing room. James Clark steps off the infraction. So North Halton starts out pinned deep in their own end zone. At about the 12-yard line. So they set up 1st and 10. Ferris has his work cut out for him. Only 2:25 left.
7-yard line.
Ferris is back. He's under center. Back, tosses it out, and that pass was meant for Miller. Miller got up high and let it slip through his hands. Incomplete. So it's 2nd and 10 at the 7-yard line. Miller's definitely Ferris's go-to guy. Tall, lanky receiver.
Chatham-Kent breaks up that pass.
As they set up.
Halton now faces the second down and 10 at their own 7.
2nd and 10 for the Crimson Tide. Cougars defense again has been absolutely tremendous today. Ferris set. Back to throw. Fires it up again and incomplete. That pass was meant for Hauk. Hauk calling for a penalty, but he actually ran into Cougar defender. So that brings up 3rd down with 2:17 left. So Ferris, the punter, as well. Not just the quarterback for this Halton squad. North Halton Crimson Tide, again, made the bus ride down here with 22 players. Cougars undefeated. But this time against Hamilton, the Cougars were up by 50 points. North Halton playing tough. Once again, Ferris just inside of his own end zone. Set for the punt, and he's just going to run out of the back of the end zone. Take the safety on this one.
James Ferris takes that ball out of the back of the end zone for a safety.
Good call. Give up the points. And away they go. So 17-0. Next half at 19-0, the score. The Cougars lead. The North Halton Crimson Tide here. Chatham-Kent Cougars football. And this Cougars team, again, undefeated. And talking with Cesar Torres earlier about the team, he had so many great things to say about so many different players. Just hard to talk about them all. And Sebastian Stubberfield is one of the kids he mentioned. He mentioned that Stubberfield is just one of these kids that can do it all. And he said watch for him on any kick returns because he's definitely a speedster. Talked about other kids. Zach Brown, a newcomer. First time on the Cougars squad. Great DB for the Cougars. He's been absolutely tremendous. Jake Deneau has played both ways. Deneau with the line. This line has been tremendous, and Deneau has played both ways for the Cougars after a couple of injuries. As Ferris set to kick off. And he's set. Low line drive kick. Cougars haul it in. And big hit. Hauk just flew in there. Throw a hit. I believe that's number 40, Julian Farrell, who is running that back. And Hauk threw a hard drive to stop him. And making the wrap on it was number 51, Abrams. So midfield for the Cougars with 2:05 left. Jonathan Cartier brings the troops ready to go. Chatham-Kent Cougars football here on TV Cogeco. Great partnership throughout the years. Great program, folks. If you're watching this and want to get your kids involved, we've got some great house league to start things with. And our varsity, as you can tell, absolutely tremendous. Taking it is Bassick Haddon. And he rumbles up and gains about 13 yards on that play. Bassick Haddon.
Barlow on the stop after about a 15-yard gain.
Is just absolutely a beast, as we mentioned. He just gets those legs moving. He's hard to stop, hard to tackle, low center of gravity. And when he hits somebody, he hits them like a tank. Again, Cartier takes it to Bassick Haddon again. Bassick Haddon up through center. Breaks a couple of tackles. Bust free. Trying to get into the open field. Bassick Haddon, another tackle gone. Another one gone. Bassick Haddon keeps fighting and gets it down to the end zone. Touchdown, Darian Bassick Haddon. What a run that was. He had red shirts all over him that whole run, and he fended them off. And what an amazing run by Darian Bassick Haddon. Wow. This kid, how can you say enough good things about him after that run? Oh, my goodness. So So the Cougars, 25-0 lead. Cam Creechin comes out to try and make it 26. Here with 1:42 left in the half. Great touchdown. As he just powered through the whole Crimson Tide defense. Here it is, extra point. Set, hold, good. Creechin puts it up. Flag is down on the play. Floyd Fenema drops it. We'll see what the flag is for. That's holding against the Cougars. Floyd Fenema talks to the Crimson Tide. I'm saying the kick is good. So the Cougars back to the 35-yard line to kick. Gives a little bit shorter field for the Crimson Tide with 1:42 left. Let's try and stick it into the end zone here before the half and get on the board. 26-0 the Cougars lead on an amazing run by Darian Bassick-Haddon. I know all of the other teams will be watching that run and watching Bassick-Haddon, just one of the weapons that the Cougars have here, as they have been absolutely tremendous. Cesar Torres says parts are interchangeable on this team, and he said all these kids are just great kids to coach. They work hard at every practice, work hard at every game, and he said a lot of unsung heroes on this team. Creechin puts the ball up. Hauk will take it. Hauk pulls it in, cuts in. Up through the middle. Hauk busts free, but then is hauled down. Great tackle by number 25, Dave Janssens, as pulls it down the 50-yard line. Good return by Hauk, so that gives the short field to the Crimson Tide.
Number 25, Dave Janssens on that stop.
James Ferris trying to get his team rolling. Get a couple of first downs here to get things moving on. Ferris talks to his troops, gets his line up, and he's set. Ferris, two backs in the backfield. Lines up. Miller on the far side. His top receiver. Pulls back, hands it off, up the middle again, and trying to bust through was number 13. That was Pepper, and making the stop on that was number 252, Tanner Harbuck. 5 yards. That was that. Real quick handoff. The old trick like he's going to roll back, and he's got that play down pat. 1:30 left. As they set. Ferris set. Ferris pulls down. Back to throw. Tried to get out to Miller, and it was blocked. Getting a piece of that one was number 51, Creechin, as he knocked Ferris to the ground.
James Ferris' arm is hit. Ball is up in the air.
Actually making the touch on the ball, and that was number 41. Evan Clark got a piece of that ball. Evan Clark has spoiled the pass intended for Miller. So it's third down. Midfield, 1:09 left. And the Crimson Tide are going to go for it here. About 5 yards. It's a little under 5 yards for the first down. Miller set. Pulled back, blitzing. Defense, and Miller rolls out. He cuts up. He's got some speed. And Ferris cuts through. First down at the 35-yard line for James Ferris. He scampered out of there and got out of the hole quick, and he was gone like a rabbit. And pulled down by number 25, Dave Janssen. But good hustle by Ferris. So less than a minute to play. And knocking on the door now are the North Halton squad. This is as deep as they've gotten into Chatham territory. the Chatham-Kent Cougars. Defense looks to step up here. It's been tremendous all night. Again, that little flip play to Pepper, and Pepper, a gain of about 4 or 5 yards again. Pepper's a little slow getting up. He's ready to go. 41.8 seconds left.
Lucas Doyle on the stop after about a 5-yard gain. Ball was at the Cougars' 30-yard line.
And once again, here they roll. Ferris jumps to center. He's got 2 backs in the backfield. He's looking at Miller right, his big receiver. Sets back. Fakes a handoff. Rolls right. Looks. Fires up for Miller. Miller can't climb the tree. Intercepted by the Cougars. And that puts a stop to Halton's push. 82 making the interception on that one. Zach Brown. Of course, Zach Brown, first-year player here for the Cougars. He hauled it in. Great play by Zach Brown. And good haul in by Brown to stop North Halton and close the door on them getting on the scoreboard here in this first half. 20.4 seconds left. The Cougars will take over at about the 15-yard line. Defense has been all over the place for the Cougars. Great linebacking. O-line, or D-line has been tremendous, and now a DB, Zach Brown, steps up. Nice interception. That pass was intended for Akeen Miller. Cougars run the ball up. Cartier is taken down as he kept the ball. Close to a first down, but just short. With 14.8 seconds left.
Aaron Hawk on the stop after about a 9-yard gain.
So again, Cartier pulls everything up. Aaron Hauk jumped up and made that stop. Of course, Hauk is just an absolute big man for the North Halton squad. He's been in on so many plays. Set back. Last play of the half. Cartier keeps it. Cartier cuts upfield. Makes the move, and he's hauled down. Great tackle by number 47, Patrick Levins. And that'll be it. So after one half of play, 26-0, the Cougars lead the North Halton Crimson Tide. And again, what a matchup it's been. Some great all over the place, throwing, running. The Cougars have been up and down today, up and down the field, and they've been absolutely tremendous. So lots of things going on at halftime here, but we'll be back with the second half football. Chatham-Kent Cougars football. This is Gary Patterson for the Chatham-Kent Cougars and TV Cogeco. As we get ready to go for the second half here, our great entertainment. IG did a great job between the halftime show. Creechin set the kick. Puts it up. Ferris, the quarterback, takes the ball, weaves back, cuts across field, and almost tracked down. Trying to make the cut, and finally tackled by number 9, Evan Torres. And so it'll be about the 25-yard line where the Cougars start out, where the North Halton squad starts out, as they try to get on the board. Cougars trying to fill the holes here. They came out dominant in that first half. Couple holes, though. A little slight on the blocking. And the defense of North Halton got through several times close to quarterback Jonathan Cartier. As they set up, Harris with the ball. Got 2 backs. Puts up, hands it off, and Ball is fumbled, and looks like the Cougars recovered as Tanner Horbeck makes the recovery on that. As now the Cougars will take over at the 25-yard line. This will add to North Halton's woes. As they set up. And now Cartier going to try and punch one in quickly here in this first half. In the second half, that is. Empty backfield. Cartier takes it. Back to throw. Fires it up and zips it. And not being able to hang on to that was number 40 for the Cougars, Julian Farrell, as he got himself tied up a little bit and just couldn't haul it in to make the play. So it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line of North Halton. Cartier tucks down, gets the play to his mates. North Halton ready on the D. Still looking fairly fresh. The North Halton team, only 22 players they brought. Still pushing hard. Every down. Cartier calls for the snap. Pulls back. Sets. Good penetration once again. And fired up to number 90. Dre Ronda. And Ronda gets a first down on that play. He just dumps it down. Ronda sets open and cuts down and scampers in for that first down. Again, great penetration by the North Halton team getting through. Patrick Levens hauled down Ronda on the far side. As first down at the 10-yard line. So first and goal for the Cougars. Once again, Cartier set. Pulls back, tucks the ball. He's going to run with it. Cartier's going to scamper in for a touchdown. Cougars. Jonathan Cartier, his second touchdown of the day. As he hangs it out there. Cuts up on the replay. Finds a seam and just rolls right back through to the goal post for the touchdown. Injury timeout as a Halton player is down. And slow to get up is number 2, Aaron Hauk. And he's definitely one of the top competitors for this North Halton team as he's up. And he's pulled out. And I'll have the trainer have a look at him now as Cam Creechin in. Cam Creechin set to pick the extra point here for the Cougars. He hasn't missed one yet today. Going to keep that streak alive. 13:24 left in the third quarter. And set. There's a snap, towards a hold, and Creechin drills it through. The extra point is good. And it's 33-0 now. The Cougars lead. As North Halton will get another shot at getting some points on the board here. We're at the Chatham-Kent Athletic Complex as the sun trickles behind the clouds on this late June day. And a beautiful day for football. Fairly cool outside. About 22 degrees. Nice breeze coming through, and the Cougars set to kick off now. As you see the full Cougar squad. Only 22 players for North Halton. A lot of guys playing both ways. Going to be some tired football players on the bus ride home. Creechin set for the kickoff. Aaron Hauk is back on the field after the injury. He'll be receiving, as will number 54, Jaden Griffiths. Now Creechin. Set for the Cook now. Hauk is off the field. He's got to sit out after that injury. He only sat out one play. Got to sit out 3. And in to take his spot is the quarterback, number 18, James Ferris. Ferris has some wheels. We saw him scamper earlier. Keep it away from Ferris and to Griffiths. Griffiths, clean catch. Now he starts upfield. Griffiths gets a couple of blocks, and then boom! He was leveled by number 41, Evan Clark. He came out of nowhere and wrapped Griffiths up, drilled him. Oh, my gosh. Clark with just a monster hit. Griffiths wasn't expecting that. He was just looking for a hole, and out of nowhere popped Clark, and he just hammered him. So the Cougars defending their position. North Halton takes position, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line, their own 32-yard line. Once again, James Ferris, that is, looking for some way to make things happen for the Crimson Tide. Ferris under center. Steps up, pulls back, hands it off again, and once again, Pepper stopped for a small gain, if any. They're going to give Pepper possibly half-yard gain on that. Yeah, making the stop on that, Lucas Doyle for the Cougars. The Crimson Tide going to have to find some other way to penetrate this Cougars defense. They have been pretty sharp. The defense has. Blitzing linebackers. D-line has been pretty good too tonight as they set back. Ferris hands it off again and taking his number 7 and getting hauled down on that play. That was Rogers. Wayne Rogers, a little trickery, and tried to bounce off his tackler and hauling him down, though. Sebastian Stubberfield makes the tackle. He sniffed that one out, tracking him down. So, ladies and gentlemen, 12:06 left in the third quarter, 33-0, the Cougars leading as they're taking on the North Halton Crimson Tide here tonight. Cougars undefeated. North Halton still looking for their first victory. So it's 3rd down and 12. Ferris kicks it out. Wilcox hauls it in, and he is trapped, and Wilcox is met right at the 50-yard line and hauled in. Nice tackle by number 58 for the Cougars, or for the Manassas, for the Crimson Tide, that is. So once again, got a flag down. Referee Floyd Fenema talking with Hauk of the North Halton squad. We'll see what they're going to do. Offside against the Cougars. 5 yards. 3rd down. Re-kick the ball. That brings it to 3rd and 7. Back on the field is Ferris. Ferris will kick once again. The sun gleams, the long shadows this evening. Ferris is set to kick. There's the snap. Takes it. Good boot off. Once again, Wilcox takes it in the backfield. Puts a shuffle on. And check that. That is not Wilcox. That's number 82 for the Cougars. Zach Brown used him on the return, and Brown scampers into about 25. Great return by Brown as he beat a couple of tackles, and 3 players took him in, 51, 18, and 7. Getting first piece, almost number 25. So Zach Brown with a great return for the Cougars. We'll see what goes on here with penalties. Flags down on the play. Once again. And again, just one of these kids. Great kid. Really nice kid. Does lots of charity works. Does some great work. I know he's done a lot of work at the Chatham-Kent Children's Safety Village, volunteer work. Zach Brown is another great kid on the Cougars team that not just solid football player, good community kid. And those are the kids you love having on the team because they make such a difference all over the place. And just well-rounded. Football is just another thing that they do well. Floyd Fenema talks with James Clark. Figure out the infractions here. The field is littered with flags. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank our big sponsors here, too. There's so many great sponsors here, the Chatham-Kent Cougars, that do all year long. And whether it's minor football, whether it's the varsity travel football that they take care of, Cougars couldn't do it without you. So thank you very much for participating and helping these young men play football and learning more than just football, learning great life skills as these guys are out here and learning to be part of a team and responsibility. It's very, very important, as Floyd Fenneman now explaining to both teams the infractions here. So he's going to step over here in a second and let us know exactly what's going on. First he's going to show the coaches, tell the coaches, and then he'll have a word with the fans and us here in the stands here. Exactly the penalties for tonight's affair here with 11:29 left in the second half. Check that in the third quarter. It's 33-0. The Chatham-Kent Cougars leading the North Halton Crimson Tide. I'm Gary Patterson, bringing you the game solo tonight. My partners in crime, Mike Renier, absent. Matt Weaverink, absent. Mike James, absent. They're all busy doing great things tonight, but hey, we're here live at the Chatham-Kent Athletic Complex, and we're making it rock and roll as James Clark moving everybody back here. As Clark is moving it back to the 50-yard line. The penalty obviously against Chatham-Kent Cougars. And we'll see what the calls are. I'll tell you, James Clark getting lots of steps in on his Fitbit tonight. Stepping off the Cougars a couple of times for 15 yards. 25 once. And Floyd Fenneman comes over to know what the calls are. So it's now first down. First and 10 for North Halton. At the 50-yard line. So again, North Halton with favorable field position here as they get ready to go. Still have to discussing. And the official Floyd Fenneman comes over and he's going to let everybody know exactly what's going on here. 3 fouls. Illegal substitution. Cougars. Objectable conduct red, which is against North Halton, and major foul against the Cougars, and then illegal substitution against the Cougars. So 3 penalties. 2. So the Cougars get drilled with 2 penalties, and North Halton will start at the 50-yard line. So Ferris is under center. 2 backs. Ferris sets up. Hands off. Once again, they try this play. Back to number 7, Rogers. Rogers cuts up, and he maybe gains a couple yards on that play. Found a little rabbit hole, went in, and then he was quickly stuffed by Cougars defense. Number of players led by number 17, Connor Wright. On that play, as Rogers was taken down. Gain of about a yard they're going to give him. So it's 2nd and 9 for the North Halton Crimson Tide. Patrick Ferris. Check that. James Ferris is down. Steps back to throw. Gets it out quickly. Fires it up and almost intercepted, as getting a hand on that was number 9, Evan Torres, as he stretched every length of his body. That pass was meant for Akeen Miller, but overthrown for Miller, and Torres reached up and just couldn't get the grip on that football. Every inch of his body was outstretched and just couldn't haul that one in. So now it's 3rd down and 9. North Halton set to kick. Once again, Ferris will be doing the kicking. So he's set. I believe back is number 8, Wilcox. And Ferris keeps the ball. He's going to try to run for it. He cuts up. 1st down, North Halton, as the punter. And he drops the ball, picked up by Creechin, and Creechin runs the other way. So Cam Creechin, what a play that one was. Oh my goodness. As a great play by Ferris, and then he loses control of the ball. Creechin picks up the loose ball and brings it back to the 50-yard line. So 1st down to about the 45-yard line. 1st down for the Chatham-Kent Cougars. North Halton was
Cougars take over at their own 45-yard line.
Looks like they're on their way to 1st down, celebrating the 1st down, and then Ferris dropped the ball. Creechin scooped it up quickly, and there it is, 1st down for the Cougars. 10:02 left in the 3rd quarter. Set, ready to go. Cartier, Jonathan Cartier, out of Wallaceburg, goes to school at the Pines. Has scored 2 touchdowns running today. Throws the ball so well. Great visual on the defense as well. Big plus. As we get set to go, clock has started. Cartier sets up. Fires it up 3 center, and nice play once again. Hauling it in is number 33, Ethan Joseph. And Joseph, a nice grab, just fires it right up through the middle. And Joseph finds that hole, cuts up, and Hauk makes the tackle. But not before a 1st down is gained at about the North Halton 42-yard line. So once again, Chatham-Kent has pushed into North Halton's set. So they're set. Back he goes. Cartier hangs onto the ball, and he's got both hands on it. He's running, fakes the pass. He runs up, and he takes a big lick. And a couple guys to haul him down. He's got a 1st down, but was nailed. Number 52 threw that first big lick on him. I check that was 51. Abrahams.
Cartier moves the ball to about the North Halton 28-yard line. There's an injury timeout on the field.
So, North Halton player is doing up his shoe out there. This Cartier took a big hit, and he's a little bit slow getting off the field.
Jonathan Cartier reluctantly leaves the field.
So now, folks, Cougars set to go. Backup quarterback will be Ethan Torres. Evan Torres, that is. Number 9, Evan Torres. Check that. No, number 24 is the backup quarterback. Darian Bassick-Haddon tosses it up.
Darian Bassick-Haddon takes over as QB.
Evan Torres, also one of the back quarterbacks. Torres just snaps that one off. Cougars gained the first down there. It was number 11,
15-yard line.
Bennett Schaefer with the catch on that. So once again, Bassick-Haddon taking the quarterbacking duties as out with Jonathan Cartier. Bassick-Haddon sets back. He's going to throw again. He lobs it into the end zone. What a great throw. Perfect throw. Touchdown number 10, Ethan Jordan. And that was an absolute perfect throw. Corner route and just a great pass over the shoulder, and he hauls it in. Bassick-Haddon looks like he's not just a one-trick pony. This guy can throw the ball, too, after a couple big rushes today. Monster rushes, one for a big touchdown. As they bring in the kicking crew, 39-0 with 7:44 left in the third quarter. As they're set, Cam Creechin sets back. Creechin ready to kick the point after to make it 40-0. 39-0 right now. Here's the snap. Torres, the hold, and Creechin gets it through. Almost got blocked. Somebody got a hand on it there, but still drills it through the end zone for a point after. So it's 40-0 here with 7:44 left in the third quarter. The Cougars up on North Halton. Lights are on here. The Chatham-Kent Athletic Complex. Sun is dropping in the sky as we're rolling along. Now with North Halton. Got a little dejected out there after being down 40-0. Very tough for this North Halton team to rally back. Short-staffed, down 40-0. So here they go. Creechin will be kicking off. Back to receive. Aaron Hauk also. Number 54, Jaden Griffiths. There's the back to roll. Creechin has the ball. He gets the word. Creechin set. Backs off. And here, looking for a long kick. Hauk trying to kick away from Hauk. Griffiths just as quick as well, but Hauk, tough kid. Injured twice today. Still back at it. Creechin kicks right to Hauk. Pulls it in. Hauk starts up. Gets one block. Cuts upfield. And finally gets hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And making the play on that one, number 30, Lucas Doyle. Great penetration by Doyle to get through and still fighting. He had to do a swivel to get away from number 66, who had him tied up. Braden Martell, that is. Martell had them all tied up, and Doyle spun out and made the tackle.
Hot ready pizza is here. It's located to the left of the grandstand.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here they come. The North Halton Crimson Tide looking to get on the board with 6:38 here in the third quarter. Ferris under center. Steps back. Got two in the backfield. Trying to get everything sorted out. Make sure everybody's on the same page. Miller on the far side. Watch him. Favorite target for Ferris. Ferris rolls out. Hands it off. And once again, stopped at the line of scrimmage with 13 Pepper. And hauled in by a couple of Cougars.
Stop for about a 1-yard loss by the defensive line.
The whole defensive line exploded onto Pepper. They were kind of waiting for that one. Now, loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
Loss of 1 is going to bring up 2nd down and 11.
Ferris set. Again, Twins in the back. Pulls back, rolls out right, and hangs on to it. Steps over one man, hangs onto the ball, cuts up, and is hauled out. And a penalty coming up here against the Cougars as he was hit out of bounds, and he gained probably about 4 yards on that. We'll see what the penalty is. One of the coaches for North Halton whips his clipboard down as he took a hit when he was out of bounds.
Don't forget, we do have pizza in the house now.
So we'll see what the call is in against 2. Floyd Fenema. So going to come over. This could result in a first down for the North Halton squad. It was 2nd down. We'll see what the call is. How can you say enough good things about this young quarterback, James Ferris, for North Halton? This kid is tough. Not the biggest kid in the field, but boy, he's got the biggest heart. Ran, took the hit, still back in it, so now it'll be still 2nd down. And they're moving the flag, so they're giving him a first down on that. First down for North Halton. So once again, Ferris under the ball, under center. Has a look. Checks his receivers, hands it off, and up the middle. Nice juke, nice move, and getting hauled down was number 25 on that play. David Makiwara.
David Makiwara, number 25, with that run up the middle.
As he just rolled up the middle and snuck through. Makiwara. Great tie-up on that one by number 82 for the Cougars, Zach Brown. Great job by Brown to tie him up and wait for some help. So now, 47 into the Cougar territory. He's set. Ferris. Looking on the board. Same play. Hands it off. And this is to Pepper, I believe. 13, Aaron Pepper is the little workhorse in the inside. A lot of the grunt work. And Pepper gets in there and we was hauled down by number 70, Hayden Atkinson. He was the first guy to grab hold. So 2nd and 8. Cougars 45. 3:33 left in the third. 40-0. Chatham leads. Ferris under center. Has a look, pulls back. Hands it off once again to Rogers. Rogers cuts out to the right. And puts on the brakes, cuts up. He's close to a first down, got the first down at about the 35-yard line. Good hustle by Rogers. Cougars defense a little lax on that one as they didn't sniff that one out. They let him get through. So it brings up another move of the change here. First down for North Halton with 2:57 left in this third quarter.
North Halton has the ball at the Cougar 34-yard line.
As they sit. Back through again. Maluera, he busts through and gained about 5 or 6 yards there. So North Halton really skippers through. So it's 2nd and 4. So North Halton really starting to push the issue here.
Halton has a 2nd down and 4 at the Cougar 27-yard line.
So Ferris set under center. Ferris pulls back, rolls out right. Has a look, hangs on to the ball. He's going to keep this, and now he gets rid of it, tosses it out, and I believe that play is out of bounds. So it'll be listed as incomplete. As we're looking right into the sun here. So it'll be 3rd down and 4. North Halton late in the 3rd, looking to make something happen. And here they go.
North Halton now is a 3rd down and 4 at the Cougar 27.
Ferris looking to make something happen here. As he, again, under center. Maguera in the backfield. Pulls back, hands it off once again. 1st down for North Halton, number 25. Once again, David Maguera. Tackle on that play by Dave Janssens. So now, North Halton making a little bit of noise here late in the 3rd quarter. As they sit. Ferris steps back, has a look. Hands it off once again. Rogers takes the ball, and he is toppled, but after a gain of about 3 yards. Almost 4 on that play. So now, North Halton seem to be penetrating the impenetrable defense that has been out there. Alexander Van Kesteren making the stop there. First part of the game, the defense here for Chatham-Kent has been tremendous. Now North Halton moving the ball. Ferris steps back, hands it off once again. Maguera busts through. He's going to get to the end zone on this one. Touchdown, North Halton. Maguera scampers through, found a hole, and just beamed right through. And what a great run by Maguera as he gets through for the touchdown. So it's now 40-6. So North Halton going to try and put the extra up there to make it 40-7. End of the 3rd quarter.
I will be reading the 50-50 number. We do have the winning ticket here in the booth. And it's worth $259.
As they're set, once again, kicking the ball will be Ferris, the quarterback. Ferris set, puts it through easy, and North Halton's on the board with a touchdown. It's 40-7 as we start the 4th quarter. So, North Halton on the board. Got a little life breathed into him after this 3rd quarter.
362-3559. And it's a black ticket. Come on up to the booth to claim your $259.
So the teams will switch sides and battle it out here as the sun drops. So Ferris set to kick for North Halton. Good kick. Wilcox takes it. Right off the chest, cuts up the center. Wilcox turns on the Jets, and then he's hauled down. Making the tackle on that was number 51, Zabomi Aiken-Abrahams for North Halton. As he flew through there, Wilcox did. Nice tackle to take down Wilcox. Abrahams with the tackle. So 1st and 10 for the Cougars on the 49-yard line. So once again, Cougars ready to go. Bassick Haddon quarterbacking once again. Injury to Cartier. Hopefully it's nothing major. Cutting upfield and still staying on his feet but out of bounds was number 19 for the Cougars. Trenton Amaro. Amaro rolled up. Flag on the play. Zamaro took a shove from number 55, Michael Leduc. That will go against Leduc, and that'll tax him on to the run by Amaro. Cartier back in the game now. Jonathan Cartier, though, not playing quarterback. Moving to the wideout position. Bassick Haddon is your quarterback here. Darian Bassick Haddon, number 24. Running back. So give him a call on the face mask on that. So now the 30-yard line. Once again, Cartier playing the wideout position. Bassick Haddon out of the shotgun, quarterbacking. Bassick Haddon back. Fires it up. Short out to the flats. Nakoma Stewart. Check the Nakoma Scott. Makes the run. And he's knocked down, gain of about 7.
Pass is complete to Nakoma Scott. Number 15 for North Halton on the stop after a gain of about 5, moving up second down and 5 at the North Halton 25.
Making the stop on that one was Matthew Meneses for North Halton. Bassick Haddon pulls down, hands off, and on the move here quickly was number 90, Dre Ronda. Ronda close to a first down, but just a little bit short to that first down spot. Less than a yard, so the Cougars set up with third and less than a yard to go. Good run by Dre. Could look for that same run back by Dre. Bassick Haddon quarterbacking. Fakes it, and Bassick Haddon hangs on to it, and he's going to scamper towards the end zone. Bassick Haddon busts through tackles. And what a run by Darian Bassick Haddon. Again, what do you say about this kid? Jukes through, cuts left, and smashes through two. Just splits him up like he's cutting wood and runs through there for the touchdown. Bassick Haddon puts the Cougars up 46-7 here with 12:39 left in the fourth quarter. As they sit down, as they're talking to Darian Bassick Haddon, not even at this level. He's actually should be playing age younger, but here he's dominating at the junior varsity level. Cam Creechin. Well, they fumble the kick and a flag down on the play, though, so we'll see what that's about. And
after attempt is stopped, there's a flag down on the far side.
Point after attempt down. Looks like there might have been a little offside by the North Halton squad. Creechin scooped up the ball quickly, tried to throw it, but to no avail. We'll see what penalty is. The flag is picked up.
Flag is being picked up.
And no point after for the Cougars. So they need 46-7 as we go with 12:39 left in the fourth quarter. So all the way back to the 45-yard line. Cougars will kick off to North Halton. North Halton made a good run last time they had the ball. Put a major on the board. Some great running. Maybe a little shoddy defense as well for the Cougars. But North Halton give them full marks. They are not stopping at all. North Halton still rolling along. So from now on, we're going to play run time here. Cougars hustle it onto the field. Creechin will be kicking. They're set up. Cougars have the full boat of players on the field now. And Creechin set for the kick. Once again, Hauk is back there, as well as number 54, Griffiths. Good kick. This one will go to Griffiths. Jaden Griffiths takes the ball. Waits, gets some blocks, cuts across the field, tries to bust off a tackle, but he's met by all sorts of Cougars. And the wrap on that play and the tackles, number 91, Micaiah Buchanan, also in there on the hit, with number 11, Bennett Schaefer. A little bit slow getting up is Griffiths. He was tackled by a couple of guys. He went down, looks like his knee could be hurt. Or just a little stinger. He gets back up. He's going to hustle off the field, and North Halton set to make things happen here with 11:13 left in the quarter. So here we go. North Halton looking to get things rolling along. Ferris down under center. Ferris hands it off. No room to be had up the middle this time, as pushed back was number 25, Makawara. He gets pushed all the way back, and he was stopped by the whole right side of the line there. There was no getting through there. So once again, a loss of about 3. So it'll be 2nd and 13. They're ready to roll. Ferris under center. Miller on the near side. His top target. And they're blitzing. They're coming from all over the place, and flags all over the place as well.
Flags on the play.
See if it was a false start or an offside. Somebody touched. They were definitely ready to blitz. Defense not happy about giving up that last touchdown. They're stoked and pumped, ready to roll. They're calling against Chatham-Kent. So, offside against the Cougars. James Clark will march off the penalty. 5 yards, remain second down. So now that's 2nd down and 8. As you watch the clock roll over the 9-minute mark. Now Ferris comes up with the ball. North Halton.
30-yard line.
Ferris sets, pulls back, hands it off again, and trying to get through there was 25, Makawara. He gained a couple of yards there, almost 3. So it'll bring it back to 3rd and 5. And Ferris says, you know what? There's deep in the hole. Let's go for it. And that's what they're going to do. North Halton is the
3rd down and 5 at their own 32-yard line.
Sun drops below the shelf on the far side of the field. Going to start seeing now under the lights. Ferris under center. Again, wide open Miller here. Makawara in the backfield. Ferris pulls back, looks, fires it up. And that was pulled in by Miller, I believe, or is it intercepted? Intercepted by the Cougars. Cougars say they've got it. It's like Cougars calling number 21. That's Stubberfield. Sebastian Stubberfield climbed the ladder and somehow got up over Miller, the number 88, the big tall receiver for North Halton. And so the Cougars now take over at the 40-yard line.
Interception all the way back to the North Halton 40-yard line. First down, Chatham-Kent.
So Bassick Haddon playing quarterback. A gain for the Cougars. Number 24. He's been incredible for Chatham-Kent. Top quarterback as well, Jonathan Cartier, has run for 2 touchdowns and thrown, but Bassick Haddon, same thing. Again, Coach Cesar Torres couldn't say enough good things about this team, and boy, he sure meant it. It's handed off and pulled down behind the line of scrimmage was number 90 for the Cougars, Dre Ronda. They sniffed it out and blowing through there to make the stop, Owen Barlow. As big D play by North Halton. So Cougars ready to go. Here they go. Bassick Haddon takes the snap, fires it off, throws it out on the flats to Cartier. Cartier puts on the Jets. He flies up the sideline. Cartier's going to be in for a touchdown. So Jonathan Cartier, 2 running touchdowns, another touchdown receiving as Bassick Haddon just tossed it out of the flats. And Cartier was just too fast and slides into the end zone to give the Cougars a 52-7 lead. You know, they're going to kick the extra point here. Creechin is out there. 44-yard touchdown pass by Bassick Haddon. And again, these kids just do it all. And again, Bassick Haddon, again, one more time, I'll tell you, he's a bantam age group out playing junior varsity. So how does that stymie for you? North Halton, though, hats off to these kids. They've come out and they've played hard every down of the game. At 6:03 left in the game and down 52-7. They endured the 3-hour bus ride. And they're still out there putting in a full game of football. As now they'll get another shot to get some points here against the Cougars. As we set up. .603 left in the fourth quarter, 53-7. North Halton trailing the Cougars. Again, the Cougars have been a machine tonight, and they still haven't played their best yet. So they head to Brantford. They better bring their A game. Brantford undefeated as well. Cougars undefeated. 2 solid teams. It's going to be some interesting football action. Will they go bang heads against a tough Brantford squad? And again, so many weapons here on this Cougars team. And Cesar Torres was talking about from top to bottom that he's so proud of his team and how well they've played and how hard they've worked. O-line, D-line have been tremendous this season. Special teams have been great. And the linebacking core, tremendous. And then you get to your receivers and DBs have been absolutely amazing. And his special players, quarterback, running backs have been absolutely tremendous as well. So, and here it goes. Creechin set to kick. Cam Creechin as they're going to put the ball back 5 more yards. Delay game penalty, I believe, called against the Cougars. 10-yard penalty. So
up here in the booth is like a delay of game goes against the Cougars, backs them up 10 yards.
Creechin set. And get the clock started again. Creechin, big boot. Griffiths takes it. And Griffiths is knocked down at about the 45-yard line.
Jaden Griffiths on the return.
Jaden Griffiths takes the one hopper and runs into a sea of green jerseys on the far side.
Ken Bernard, number 4 on the stop. On
Number
the far
91, Micaiah Buchanan in there as well to be part of that. So 1st and 10 for North Halton with 5:30 left in this 45-yard line of North Halton. They start with half a field. Ferris is back. He's going to run for it, and he's pulled back deep in his backfield as good pursuit. But number 30 for the Cougars, Lucas Doyle. And Doyle just stayed right with him, and they grabbed him by the jersey and just dropped. Easy tackle, too, by Doyle. Didn't push hard against the North Halton quarterback late in the game. Don't want to get anybody injured. Great class play by Doyle to do that. Instead of wrapping and tossing him, he just pulled him down. So here we go with 4.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 53-7, the Cougars leading. Ferris under center. Going to take that snap. Second and long, about 20. Hands it off. And still hanging on to the football. Trying to scamper with it. And still rolling. Finally pushed to the ground as Makawara. And he probably might have gained 5 or 6 yards on that play. Still brings to 3rd and long.
About 6 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down 14 for North Halton at their own 41.
So 3:45 left in the fourth quarter. North Halton looking to close this one out. And the Cougars defense on the field. Tough team, this Chatham-Kent Cougars. And folks, if you haven't been out to see the Cougars yet, get out and watch this junior varsity team. Any kind of a football fan, you're going to love this team. They do it all. When they're firing on all cylinders, nobody better in the league than this Chatham-Kent Cougars junior varsity team as they set up. North Halton, Ferris, once again. Going to try and get a couple more plays off here. .22 players North Halton came down here with. Ferris, once again, hangs on to the ball. Gets by one guy, but then he's met by a ton of green jerseys. And once again, Lucas Doyle was the guy on the bottom of the pile to wrap him up. Lucas Doyle.
Stopped by a host of Cougars, led by number 30, Lucas Doyle. Chatham-Kent will take over at the North Halton 40.
Also flying in there was Tanner Horlbeck. But 2:30 left, and the Cougars take over here.
Clean car and dog wash out of town scoreboard at the junior varsity level. We have a final. The Brantford Bisons 22, the Sarnia Sturgeons 14. So next July 2nd,
so as we set up,
Brantford will be hosting the Chatham-Kent Cougars in a game of the undefeated.
So just announced that Brantford the winners against Sarnia. So they'll be taking on the Cougars. So 2 undefeated football teams will go at it next week, battling on first place. As Bassett drops it off to Dre Ronda. Ronda taken down as a flag on the play. And it'll be a gain of about 4 yards. Holding call against Chatham as Ronda's gain is denied. So the Cougars go back 10 yards, so they're at the 50-yard line. And now, calling block in the back call on that one. 10 yards, so once again, Bassett Haddon. To Rhonda once again. Dre Rhonda scampers through. Good job by Rhonda. Gained back 5 of the yards. That was lost there as time ticks down. They set a couple more plays here.
Cougars have the ball at the North Halton 45-yard line.
And they're set. Darian Bassick, Haddon, quarterback for the second half. The backup quarterback, Bassick Haddon, just pitches off to Tacoma Scott. Scott cuts through and gets back to past the original line of scrimmage, and so that'll be 3rd down and about 8 with 13 seconds left. So this will be the last play of the game. About 3rd and 6.
Matthew Minnis is number 58 on the stop for Brantford. Chatham-Kent now is a 3rd down and about 5.
3rd and 5. Get rid of this last play. So the final 53-7. The Chatham-Kent Cougars have defeated the North Halton Crimson Tide. You see this take the knee on this last play. Last play of the game. And that's it. Darian Bassick Haddon takes the knee, so it's over. The final score, 53-7. The Chatham-Kent Cougars have defeated the North Halton Crimson Tide. And again, using all sorts of different weapons tonight. The pass, the run, quarterback keep. It's just been a tremendous team. So watch this Chatham-Kent Cougars as they head next week to Brantford for a battle of the undefeateds. So now the teams will shake hands. The final score on your screen, 53-7. The Chatham-Kent Cougars have defeated North Halton. And thank you for joining us tonight on TV Kojiko. This is Gary Patterson bidding you a good night.